AI took a hit, the Dow hit a record, and Wall Street had a lot to digest yesterday. Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, June 5th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. So, US stocks mostly moved higher yesterday, even though investors had plenty of reasons to stay cautious. The big winner was the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which jumped more than 1.8%, or more than 850 points, and closed at a fresh record high. That move was not really driven by the usual tech names. Instead, investors rotated into healthcare and financial stocks. So, in simple terms, money moved away from some of the high-flying areas of the market and into more traditional sectors. The Standard & Poor's 500 added 0.5%, while the Nasdaq was basically flat. And that tells you a lot about yesterday's market. It was not a broad tech rally, it was more of a rotation. Now, the big pressure point came from Broadcom. Shares dropped more than 12% after the company's AI chip forecast disappointed investors. And because AI has been such a powerful theme in the market, that immediately raised the question, is the AI trade still as strong as everyone thought? At the same time, geopolitics stayed in focus. After the latest serious escalation between the US and Iran, hopes for a quick deal faded. Oil prices moved higher, and earlier in the session, stocks had pulled back from record levels before recovering. Elsewhere, SpaceX confirmed in a new filing that it plans to raise $75 billion in its IPO on June 12th. That would be huge. And because of relaxed rules that could make it easier for SpaceX to enter major index funds, some retirement investors could end up indirectly invested in the company without buying the stock themselves. And finally, investors also got more labor market data ahead of today's May jobs report. Weekly jobless claims rose to 225,000 for the week ending May 30th, while separate layoff data also showed an increase in job cuts. So, the takeaway this morning, the Dow is at a record, AI is showing some cracks, oil is back on the radar, and today's jobs report could set the tone for what comes next. Alright, that's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and stay in the loop. See you tomorrow morning.